So tonight, if the Epstein files won't suffice, how about a serving of an Obama grand jury? The Attorney General ordering prosecutors to start a grand jury investigation into the Obama administration, alleging officials made up intelligence about Russia's links to the 2016 election. Remember, a bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee reviewed this and found no conspiracy. John Durham, the special counsel appointed by Trump, also reviewed this for 3 years and found no conspiracy. But of course, it's also worth noting that Pam Bondi has been under fire for weeks now by the right and the left trying to close the book on Jeffrey Epstein. Joining us now at the table, CNN senior legal analyst Elie Honig. He is a former federal prosecutor. So Elie, a grand jury investigation into what?
Well, so that's my question. I know I'm here to answer questions. What's the crime? I mean, what's even the potential crime? Seriously, I mean, I'm not trying to be confrontational here. Can anyone at this table even articulate what the potential crime might be?
I mean, election interference, manufactured intelligence,
not a crime, not a
deprivation
crime.
of
You're 0 for 2.
voter rights, obstruction of justice,
Okay,
false
what you've said a crime now. What is obstruction of justice?
And anything the grand jury says it is.
No, and to that point, let me further say with this.
Most of these crimes have a statute of limitation of 5
There
years.
you go. That's where I was going next.
So that's the problem.
I mean, this is ancient history legally, right? The statute of limitations on almost every federal crime is 5 years. This stuff was 9 years ago.
But there's an ongoing conspiracy, and so that could
Sure. If there's an ongoing conspiracy that stretches into 5 years ago, then you would not have a statute of limitations problem. The crimes that Tulsi Gabbard has articulated, I don't know if she's a lawyer, she's definitely not at the Justice Department, are treason and sedition. I mean, that means trying to overthrow the government and waging war against the United States. We are so far out over the edge here with this. And look, you can convene a grand jury as a prosecutor if you're investigating. The bar is low, but there's not no bar there. You have to have a reasonable good faith belief that what you're investigating could lead to the discovery of a prosecutable crime. I just do not see it at all.
You two lawyers here, right? Let me ask you, if you're going to be called before the grand jury, if you were in the Obama administration, these people, what do you do? Do you answer the questions? Do you take the fifth?
I mean, I think the first thing is, and the difficulty with all these people who are going to be called before the grand jury is you have to go out and expend the funds and the resources and the energy to get a lawyer. Call me. I mean, I took the bar a few times, but I'm pretty good at this. Call me Pete Strom. We're there. But I think that's number one, the difficulty with this. And yes, nothing is going to come from this. Nothing's going to come from. I will tell you what this is, though, and let's just call it what it is. This is a distraction from the Epstein files. I mean, anybody who says it's not that is not paying attention. And all of my law and order Republican friends, Nancy Mace, who's running for governor of South Carolina on a platform that I'm going to end child abuse and pedophilia and everything else, I agree with those things. But call out Donald Trump. Call out the fact that, we're doing this investigation. I'm going way off topic, but we're doing this investigation. But Ms. Maxwell, who is a convicted sex offender, got a sweetheart deal to go to a minimum security prison in Texas, walking around with Elizabeth Holmes.
What about that?
Wait, can I ask you guys something on this topic, though? Like, it's not exactly a legal question. It's more, I guess, like a moral question, because I agree with you. The evidence of there being, like, crimes committed, I'm not sure that there is any. But let's say John Brennan did purposely alter these reports to implicate Donald Trump in a conspiracy with Russia that was false, and he knew that he was doing that. And it did. Russiagate did undermine the president's first administration. Do you think that's bad? And if so, like, what recompense are the people who were hurt by that, his voters, owed? How do we respond to that?
I'll answer legally and morally. If John Brennan or any person altered intelligence, that is morally wrong and a crime. The problem is going to be, though, if we're talking about falsification of documents, obstruction, perjury, et cetera, that's going to be expired 5 years ago. But I mean, look, John Durham did bring a couple of perjury investigations. He failed on 2 of them. The jury acquitted. There was one, though, FBI lawyer who altered an email and pled guilty to obstruction or altering a document. So if that's the proof, that's a big deal, and we do need to know that. And if it's too old, but it could be a crime. But
he worked hard. John Durham worked hard.
4 years.
He worked hard on this.
John, this is perfect because I wrote here, call Elie later to ask him about Pam Bondi stuff. So he's right here. So it's perfect. I was just going to ask him anyway.
As many asses you've been running, do I need to get my phone number out of
All right, guys. Thank you all very much. We're going to be back in just a moment.